Oh, jeez. How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're gonna talk about Doctor Who Season 2, Episode 3, titled Lucky Day. Uh, now, before we get into the episode, I have to make two corrections. One to last week's episode, and another to the one before. So, two things. One, Alice from last episode was played by Rose Eiling Ellis, not Shoshana Stern. That is my bad. Um, and in the episode Lux, I said the God of Light was Lux Eterna. He is actually Lux Imperator, and Lux Eterna is a different thing in Universe, so I had some wires crossed. Anyway, let's get into the episode. Um, the episode starts with the Doctor and Belinda. What's the word? It starts with the Doctor, Belinda, landing in 2007. Um, Hello? Yeah, okay. Wow, that I don't like that. I just turned on the voice focus thing. I don't like it. Anyway, it starts with them popping in 2007, New Year specifically. Um Activating the Vindicator, and they meet this little kid. Um and he just stares, and the doctor, having found a 50 cent piece, or not 50 cent, 50 pence, um, gives it to the kid. And he's like, "It's your lucky day, kid." Um, and they travel off into the sunset. Now the kid goes and runs to his mom and tries to tell her about it. Now she bops him on the back of the head and is like, "Quit lying." Now the issue here is he's not lying. So it seems, I say seems because we're not there yet, like she's just being abusive. Like she's just an abusive drunk, and it's like, oh, you feel bad for him, right? And it's like, okay, cool. Fast forward, the kid's now an adult, and he sees the doctor again. This time with Ruby Sunday. Uh, they fight off a creature known as the Shriek. Said creature, um, now, this particular moment happens, as stated by Ruby, just after I forget what the episode is called. Hold on. Wait. Where's my mouse? Having 10 billion monitors, I can never keep track of my mouse. Artist. Let's see. Maestro. I forgot what the episode's called. But the Devil's Cord, right? It takes place right after the Devil's Cord. Uh because they mentioned that like a week ago or whatever, or a month ago, or something like that. Uh they are uh they were with the Beatles. And then they go off to the next adventure. Like 2/3. Sorry. Now they go off to their next adventure, which is, we know the rest of season one. And Conrad has this green goop from the Shriek on him, and now normally one would be worried. I got some green alien goop that is vomit. Now Ruby also had it, but she got the cure from the doctor, and and Ruby gets cured. Anyway, a year later, and Conrad is interviewing Ruby after having been searching for her, and whatnot, and things seem going well, right? They what's the word for this? They talk about Ruby's adventures and whatnot, and all seems to be going well, right? Fast forward a bit, and we are on a vacay in Colson Village. Where Ruby and Conrad, the kid, are having a hangout with friends and whatnot. See, everything seems to be going well. At night, though, enter the Shriek. Maybe? Because Ruby calls Kate, who says, "Yeah, I'm alone," but she's not. Colonel Ibrahim is with her. So it looks like Colonel Ibrahim and Kate got together. And I am so happy for them. Love to see it. Love is in the air. And then he brings her coffee. So she's, doing her unit bus thing on a laptop, and it's just like, nope, doesn't seem like there's anything. Do you want us to show up? She's like, no, it's fine. Shit hits the fan, right? Because of course it does. And so Ruby calls in the cavalry, right? Kate comes in, Colonel Ibrahim comes in. We see Shirley, and a whole host of others who come in. There's like a bunch of the Shriek. It's like, wait a minute. The Shriek suddenly get on two legs. And it turns out Conrad is a grifter. He and his friends are live streaming this, trying to expose Unit for lying, which us as the viewers and also a great many others know they are not lying. Conrad gets arrested. Well, Conrad and crew get arrested. Now, Conrad gets out after public outcry. Of course. Anyway, he then sneaks into Unit HQ, being led in by Jordan Lang, who is Conrad's inside man. Jordan Lang is a guy who has appeared in like 3 scenes before this. He's introduced in this episode to I guess he was introduced to be the inside man. Anyway, he gets shot, sent to the hospital, blah blah blah. Conrad goes up top, and he's like, "I'm live streaming it." You can't touch me. And Conrad makes a fatal mistake. Well, fatal. He insults Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, Kate's dad. He's like, oh, blah blah blah. Your dad. He starts speaking nonsense, right? You know, he's a grifter, so pretty much everything he says is nonsense, right? Like, you've heard of truth, two truths and a lie. This is 1,000 lies and maybe a half truth. Um, so he goes off, and she's like, you know what? I'm glad the doctor's not here because he would have stopped me. Types up on her computer, releases the shriek, and she's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's after you, my guy. So tell us, how big a man are you? Tell the world. Gets all of the unit cameras to connect to his social media, so it's going out no matter what. And she keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, and Conrad gives in. He admits to it all, and it's like, ooh, that's not good. Oof, my tooth. Um, and once he admits to it, Ruby gets a taser for one of the other agents, and zaps it. Tells him to go to hell. Right. Kind of deserved it. Right. He was just a major asshole. Right. But the creature then comes in as he's continuing to be an asshole. Anyway, um, the creature comes in as he's doing his asshole thing and bites his arm right here. Right now, uh, he ends up in the hospital. He'll live. Colonel Him's like, maybe that was too far. Kate's just like you said, he'll live. Anyway, Ruby says she needs some time away from everything. So her and Kate hug it out, and Kate walks away. Shirley comes rolling in, and she's like, "You've already got two mothers. What are you collecting them?" Making a joke about how Ruby has her adopted mom and her biological mom in her life, which is. Anyway, we go to Conrad. Eh, we go to Conrad in prison, where you hear the sound of hope, and boy appears in TARDIS, where the Doctor. Now the Doctor comes in. He's wearing white, looking all. He's just great looking, right? I mean, Got was a great looking dude. Anyway, so he comes in and reads Conrad the riot act. Now, Conrad mentions Belinda. But here's the thing, the Doctor hasn't met Belinda yet. This This episode takes place in between Joy to the World and the Roma Revolution, chronologically speaking, within the Doctor's timeline. So we now find out who the he is who mentions Belinda to the Doctor, leading to the Doctor being in her backyard when she gets kidnapped by the robots. Which then leads to him rescuing her and being unable to get back to 2025, which leads to her being in 2007. This is something the 12th Doctor introduced us to, a bootstrap paradox. Because here's the thing. If Conrad had not met Belinda in 2007, she would not have been kidnapped. Well, she would have been kidnapped, she just wouldn't be on the TARDIS. The Doctor wouldn't know about her. So she would have gotten saved by the Doctor and be on the TARDIS, unable to go back to 2025, causing her to be in 2007. It's a loop. It's a closed loop. Like the Beethoven example he gave that wasn't true. Anyway, I miss as well. I miss Peter Capaldi. The man's whole shtick, instead of having like a signature like word he uses, it was just giving over the top speeches that just hook you. Anyway, the episode ends with Conrad getting a visitor. A very familiar looking visitor. Now, I will say, RTD really needs to give us more details. This whole Mrs. Flood is Susan 2.0 thing is really annoying. Because remember, last season we had Susan, who was just boom, 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 boom in every episode. We had no explanation as to why this random. It just like, what's going on here, right? And it left us stuck like this. It was annoying towards the end. And then we got the thing. Like, I get it. There's 8 episodes only. There's not that much time. The runtime is cut from an hour to 40 minutes. Fine. But like, you've given us a Dr. Light episode with Ruby in it. Now give us, maybe weave it into her story, right? Like, did we really need Conrad? No. I mean, we needed an explanation of who he is, but we didn't need to know all of that. Though, to be fair, we'd have complaints if they hadn't given us this episode and it was just a one-off scene of the Doctor meeting Conrad. A bit like, wait, why is he so angry? Who's the friend of the Doctor's that Conrad? We would have complaints, but they really need to explain who Mrs. Flood is. Like, at this point, it's just annoying, right? Almost as annoying as the Doctor crying in pretty much every episode. Like, I'm not against the Doctor being all emotional and feely and stuff. Like, we know this, right? Like, I'm good with, the big man cry, right? He should, right? Real men cry, etc., etc. But here's the thing. 15 is supposed to be the Doctor after 14's gone through his therapy retirement thing, right? He's supposed to be the all better version. So why is he constantly crying pretty much every episode? Like, huh? Like, you expect everything makes me cry to be someone who hasn't gone through therapy yet, because there's an emotional disconnect, right? No, he's gone through it. They literally state as much. 15 is the Doctor after 14 has gone through his retirement with the nobles. So, why? Like, the Doctor, yes, the Doctor cries. We've seen the Doctor cry more than once. We saw it when he had to let go of Donna. We saw it when he had to let go of Rose. We saw it when he had to let go of his life as the 10th Doctor. I don't want to go. We saw it when 11 lost Amy and Rory. He lost his best friends. It was hinted at when he finally said goodbye to River Song. So why? Why is he constantly crying? We need an answer to this. Now, apparently it's up to Shurigawa when the Doctor cries and when not to. So it's not like RTD can explain it. It's not in the script. But it is a question a lot of us have. And one I hope is answered in an interview of some kind. Why does he cry essentially every episode? Like, it's a point of contention. I didn't mention it last week, but him crying in the face of the Midnight Entity in the well was just, I'm sorry. Like, I understand him crying in Devil's Court, right, last year, or the year before, whatever, because that made sense, right? It was like, this is the giggle, right? The last time he faced off against a member of the Pantheon, it's as he described it, his soul was split in two. Now, that's a bit, but like, yeah, these guys are extra universal beings of like nigh infinite power. That's scary. No matter how badass you are, no matter how much you beat these guys every time, each instance is scary. So that makes sense. But like, this creature I fought many lifetimes ago is back. I didn't cry the first time, but now I'm crying. You know the creature, right? Like, I don't know. Anyway, we didn't get to see it like that, but hey, thankfully we saw the Doctor. We saw the oncoming storm, right? We saw the oncoming storm front and center. And that is why I went on this tangent. Like, it was like, yes, give me this. Like, it's fine if the Doctor cries, but not every episode. It needs to hold the impact, right? It needs that same level of impact, right? Give me him crying when he loses Amy and Rory, his best friends, his family, right? That makes sense. When he loses his best friend as Tad and has to wipe her memories. When he has to leave and become a new person, do it. Give us those tears. Then is when it makes sense. It doesn't make sense for him to cry because, oh, I stubbed my toe. My dude. I will say, there was a complaint I've heard from some. It made sense when he cried for, I forget her name. The woman from the first episode, Robot Evolution. Sasha 55. I haven't even gotten to the Robot Evolution page, but yeah, it made sense when Sasha 55 died and he cried. Like, we were told he has spent 6 months, have gotten really close. Now we don't know how close, but close enough that he had promised to take her on the TARDIS, right? So that made sense, right? Other than that, that's what, one since the beginning and nothing. But we've had multiple, and it's really annoying. Now, tangent rant over. Tell me what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys think of all of my rant down in the comment section down below. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright. Oh, I should stream gaming channel and Twitch soon-ish. I need to stream the post game for Daybreak 2. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Stay bright.